To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes. Who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping more wet is where you find me. The back of the club, macking my crew behind me. Mad question asking, music lasting. But I just can't quit because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the need. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers. True to life players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the by the trees. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing fellas like dummies.
All right, girls, we have our first ride, and it's a juicer, as they say. Now, let's hope when we get here, it's gonna be Leah and not Leroy. So let's keep our fingers crossed, okay? So anyway, this ride is gonna be 34 minutes. I don't know where it's taking us. All I seen was the money it was paying, and then I just took it or whatever. So yeah, girls, we should be there in about a minute. But what I'll do is give you guys a call back and let you know how everything went.
High volume, high volume.
Come rewind it. Girl, I got the money if you make you mine. If you're loving every night, you make you mad. Now only you give me love and make me nice, nice, nice. I feel make you mine. Girl, I love you cause I never make you mine. If I let you smoke it, you gon' lose my lighter. If you paranoid, then I'ma spend the night. Thinking I love it every day. Diamond eyes, you use my money, I go pay. For your love, I go pay. It ain't making money days. I feel this for you every day. When you call, run it back on me, play. For your love, I go pay. For your love, I go play. Make a psycho, make a traffic psycho. Baby, every night, I go traffic psycho.
Hey girls, y'all, it's it's like 3 hours later. So I was like, let me call the bombshell. So we are downtown. I'm trying to go to Frank's Pizza, because what is downtown without Frank's Pizza? I thought I was going to be able to finesse one of these like parking attendants or whatever, but girl, this is like a self-serve type of parking situation. So I don't know, girls. I just want a slice. I'm gonna go on their website and see like if they have, you know, where you can just pull up on them fools, you know what I'm saying? And maybe just like park outside and they can bring the pizza to you, because I'm not paying $20 to literally walk across the street, because that's all you would be doing is like walking across the street, getting some pizza and getting back in the car. But yeah, girl, hold on, is that no, that's $15. They talking about event parking, but I'm like, what event is downtown? You know, it's not anything going on down here. But anyway, girl, so y'all, I went to Katy. Katy is like for the girlies who don't live in Houston, it's like a subdivision of Houston. And so I made most of my money out there. But girl, I picked up this one white man, because you know I told y'all we were gonna turn that option off to you know, for women, you know, in the daytime. So girl, this one white man named Tom or whatever, girl, he let me know that he was single, his kids was grown, and he was divorced. Girl, he let me know. But Tom lived in a beautiful gated community. So when it was time for me to drop him off or whatever, he was just like, you know, I'm really enjoying this conversation or whatever. Girl, please. I was like, all right, Tom. He talking about, I would ask you for a hug, but I don't want to be that weird creepy guy. And I'm just thinking like, baby. But girl, Tom gave me a pretty significant tip. So I was happy about that or whatever. And then I picked up another girl. She is in school for forensic therapy or something, forensic something. Not somebody leaving a car in a baby. It's that serious at Frank's Pizza, girl. Somebody left their car directly in the middle of the street. Girl, I know that's right. I ain't leaving mine. I'm not leaving my car. But I don't blame you. That's how good this pizza is. Oh my God, I just want me some crispity, crunchy pizza, Lord. Please. I just want a slice of crispity, crunchy pizza. Not him. I'm scared to leave my car. Damn. Oh, y'all, I want some pizza. Okay, let me figure out. Cause see, I came down here one time and it was like it was a parking attendants or whatever, and I was like, I'm actually doing Uber, and I was just wondering if I could park here really quick and, you know, just run and grab a slice of pizza. And the guy was like, sure. And then I was like, you know, I had to be extra nice. I had to put a little sugar on it, girl. I was like, do you want anything? And he was like, oh no, it's okay. So, you know, I put a little sugar on it or whatever, but I want some pizza. Okay, girl. All right, y'all, let me try to figure out where we gonna park. I'm gonna be honest, like, I hate parking downtown. I hate doing anything downtown in Houston. Unless I'm in, you know, like, unless I have a way to get there, Uber ride or something. So maybe, not me about to hit this lady, girl. Forgive me. I'm sorry, girl. That pizza calling me. Sorry, girl. Baby, when I tell you, it's like, there's never any parking down here. Damn, I want a slice of crispity, crunchy pizza. But the only thing is, I'm gonna be honest. If we get, girl, what is going on? Y'all look. What the hell?
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Y'all, I'm sorry, girl. Oh my God. I could not get the camera to act right. Girl, now them out here with these damn Spider-Man costumes on. Girl, why would you, as a man, have a Spider-Man costume on and it's riding up the back of your booty? I hate that. I think this is the parking lot. Girl, not them asking for $20. Hold on, let's go in here and see. Maybe they got rid of them damn parking attendants, I think, and it just looks like there's just a kiosk here where you pay. I guess they got tired of them damn attendants stealing from them, you know? Yeah, girl, this is exactly where I parked the last time. Oh, not him running in between cars. What the hell? Girl, you know what? Let me mind my damn business, girl. Do he work here? They must be having some kind of church thing down here. The way everybody, I don't know. The way everybody dressed, I don't know, girl. You know what? Let's go. I'm so disappointed. Or maybe we can find some parking on the street. Let me see. Girl, I was trying to pass back by this fool with this damn Superman costume on, riding all up the back of his behind. I'm like, sir, what are you doing? Oh well, girls, I guess we're just gonna be defeated tonight. So I got some decisions to make. The night is still young, so I'm like, do I just go home or what shall we do?
So many people that I know, they just trying to touch you. Kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on you. Give you some time to prove that I can trust you. Again, I'm gonna kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on you all night long. All night long. Sweet love all night long. All night long. You're all I wanna, ain't no other. We together, I remember sweet love all night long.
All right, girls. So obviously I decided to come home. Y'all, I am tired. I needed to come home and just, unwind for a minute. But I'm gonna get up and take my makeup off and take a shower. But I just needed to, come home and relax for a couple of seconds. But anyway, so today overall was a good day. I didn't stay out there that long. And so we're going to be doing it all over again tomorrow. I just need to try to figure out how to get this footage out to y'all, girl. So anyway, y'all, remember I was telling y'all about that company that contacted me for that AI assignment or whatever. So girl, I'm trying to find it, girl. So what they do is they'll contact you and then they'll tell you exactly what they're looking for. It's not no interview or anything like that. And then they send you like these training modules. And after they send you these training modules or whatever, they assign you a task. And each task pays $12 or whatever. And depending on how well you do on those tasks, they'll send you more. My issue was I'm not about to allow anyone to dial into or to I feel like if you want me to do this for you, you need to assign me a password, my own email address through your company, and or whatever. I am not about to use my personal stuff. And so I was like, no, like I just decided that it just wasn't the direction that I wanted to go in or whatever. All you sitting up and you're just basically reading conversations between the person and ChatGPT. And what you have to do, like I said, you got to classify each conversation and determine what category it would fall under. Like, is this a psychological conversation? Is this a conversation where perhaps the person just wants feedback or they want answers? Is this a personal conversation? Like, you got to categorize all of that. And they want you to be able to speak English, obviously pretty fluently, It made me realize that Chat GPT, when you be getting, sometimes you start feeling like, I don't know about this. It just starts to feel like it's a human responding. More than likely it is. So basically the name of the position is AI Conversation Labeling Specialist. Okay, so this is what they were looking for. They want your discipline or your primary language, obviously, like I said, to be English. They want your sub-discipline or language to be 0. So they don't care about a secondary language. They want you to have advanced skill level of English. Hold on. They want to know how many years of experience you have speaking speaking advanced English. Like, girl, I don't know how this man found me. And then, of course, they want your native language to be English, which you could always lie about that. But anyway, I say all of that to say, guys, everything is being ran by, the background is still human. They're like, oh, AI is going to take over. Yeah, AI is going to take over if they continue to contact people to be conversation specialists, labeling specialists, where, you have people like me sitting behind the scenes labeling, and classifying all these conversations that you're having with ChatGPT, because essentially you're just training it to think and speak like a human. And so, I don't know how far they're going to get, in a sense, because there's so many inconsistencies with ChatGPT, girl. One day it'll tell you, okay, yeah, you should apply for this type of job. And then if you ask it the same question the next day, it'll be like, well, that's a stretch and you're going to need some areas of improvement. But it's like, okay, but yesterday you said this or whatever. So I'm just realizing, like, y'all, it's all types of jobs or whatever out here. It's just a matter of landing them. But I don't know. I don't think $12 per task is bad, especially if you are doing 10, because each task will take 10 minutes. And so if they assign 5 tasks per hour, that's 12 times 5, which my brain is, I'm not gonna lie, girl, my brain is shot. How much is that? So let me see. 24 and 24 is 48. 48 and 10 is 58. 58 and 2 is, so $60 an hour is essentially what you would get. I'm tired. I can't find it, girl. Why can't I find it? Look, what I can find, I'm trying to find the email with all of the training guides and stuff on it. Look, but what I can find is all these damn rejection emails. Girl, if y'all seen my email, baby, I got so many damn Dear John letters in this goddamn thing. If for those who don't know, a Dear John letter is a letter that somebody leave you, letting you know that they don't want to be with you no more and shit just ain't gonna work out. Baby, these companies, it's just, girl, every other email. And I'm like, how you gonna reject me? I just applied for the damn job 10 minutes ago. How you already know I'm not the best candidate for the job? Like, come on. I mean, at least pretend like you considered me and wait. You know what I'm saying? At least wait a day or two before you reject me. I literally, you press submit, and as soon as you get an email, and it's already, hello, Rochelle. We are sorry to inform you that we've selected other candidates. How you selected other candidates, ma'am? It's 11 o'clock at night on a damn Sunday. How you select other candidates? And I just applied for the job 10 minutes ago. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm exerting too much energy into that conversation. I apologize. But girls, I think tomorrow is going to be the last day of the vlog or whatever. So I'm sorry, girl. I'm about to take my makeup off and stuff and take a shower. And then when we get up in the morning, we're going to do it all over again. I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie. But we're going to wake up and do this all over again, girls. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Hey, girls. All right, y'all. So we are on the road again. Okay, it's 10:45. And we are headed to our, well, I don't know what our destination is going to be yet because I haven't even started driving yet. Girl, I got up at 5 something this morning. I set the alarm for 5, got up, but I was exhausted. And y'all know, like, you can't be out here driving, you know, and tired. Like, that's just, no. That's a big no. So I was like, let me get a little bit more rest. I finally got up and got myself together. And I'm like, okay, we gonna get it today. So I brought my iPad so we can edit on the road. I feel so bad because I told you girls we would be doing Adventures of Rock, and we are, but I gotta figure it out. I gotta get a thumbnail. I gotta do something. So anyway, girls, today should be a pretty entertaining day. Hopefully, you know, we can get some funny footage. And if I end up getting too much, girl, we just gonna put this into the next vlog. We gonna roll it into the next. So don't be judging me if we start the next vlog and I still got the same outfit on, because sometimes that's just how it is, you know. Like sometimes literally, girl, we will hang up, or I know I'll do this, girl. I hang up this phone with y'all and pick it right back up and start another vlog. So don't be judging me. But yeah, girl, okay, so y'all, I have a confession. When I got off the phone with y'all last night, baby, when I tell you I cried, oh Lord, I didn't tell you guys too much about my last ride because it was just too emotional. So I'll tell you now. So my last ride, I went to the medical center, and guys, for you girls who don't know or don't live in Houston, Houston is literally the medical capital of the world, and so people come here from all over the world and just different states to get cancer treatments. And we have some of the, you know, world's best technology when it comes to cancer treatments and you know, that type of thing or whatever. And so the last guy I picked up, he was a much older guy, and he was like, yeah, I just wanted to get out and, you know, just kind of get away from some of the things that I'm dealing with or whatever. So come to find out, his wife of 40 years had been diagnosed with cancer. They're from Boulder, Colorado, and he's here with her for her cancer treatment, but he just does not know, you know, he doesn't know how long he's going to be here. So he enjoys getting out. Hold on. He enjoys getting out and, you know, going ballroom dancing and stuff like that. So I was taking him to a dance class, and you know, it was just like, you could just feel the sadness. And so of course, y'all know me, I'll be trying to be like cheery and, you know, try to be like really, I'm a really bubbly person or whatever. So we had a really nice conversation, and I gave him some apps because obviously they didn't bring a car or anything down here because the main focus is to get his wife, you know, well. And so anyway, I was just telling him about some different things and just telling him how the city is taking up, like jazz. We're going through a huge jazz emergence through the city or whatever. And, you know, just trying to give him some, I told him about an app called Posh, and I told him about Fever, and he could just book different things, through, you know, find out about different things, but find out about different things by downloading those apps. Sometimes I have, when I get anxious, I tend to not finish my sentences, and so I'm trying to work through that. But anyway, I think for me, they was a, for the most part, pretty well-to-do, you know, very well-to-do. He was a very well-to-do man. But I think sometimes, especially with me driving, you know, and just seeing different things in the city, encountering different people, sometimes I just be feeling like, man, why do certain people have it easier in life? And when I say certain people, I'm going to be honest, white people, I just be like, why do they have it so much easier in life? And it's such an easy statement to make on the surface until you know what people going through. And so you just never know what people are going through, because even though it might, to me, it may have appeared that they have the life is just an easier life, they have money or whatever it is that you deem is easy, you know, like medical issues, like if your health is wealth, you know what I'm saying? And so it just made me, I don't know, I felt convicted for the fact that, like, sometimes I'll look at people and assume that they have these amazing lives or whatever, and that's not always the case or whatever. But I was just so sad last night when I hung up, you know, when I hung up with you guys, because it was just like, damn, like, people are really going through some real life stuff. And it's just like, those rides to the medical center are never happy rides. You know, I only had one happy ride to the medical center, and I was taking this black lady there, beautiful lady. She was with her son, and she had just beat cancer, breast cancer, but that was it. Anytime I have to go to the medical center, girl, those rides are fucking tough. So it's like you want to avoid those areas, but at the same time, you know, people need the service and you need the money. But it's just tough. Oh my gosh. And so last night I just, you know, prayed for that man and for his family. And, you know, I just felt bad. I felt convicted, you know, just because you should never judge people. You know what I'm saying? You should never look at someone and think that their life is just amazing, because you just don't know what they're going through. And so, yeah, but yeah, I had to reflect on that or whatever. And so, yeah, but I am hopeful that we're going to have an amazing day today. I do have a goal in mind, and I just pray that I'm able to accomplish that goal or whatever. But yeah, girls. So, let's go ahead and turn the app on. Oh my gosh, y'all, what we gonna do about a thumbnail picture, y'all? Cause I be feeling like if the thumbnail picture not cute, y'all not gonna y'all don't click on the video. Oh, you know what I need to tell y'all? Girls, can y'all please, like, make sure your notifications are turned on? And if your notification is on, turn it off and turn it back on really quickly, because a lot of the girls have not been getting notifications, and I'm subscribed to my own channel and I haven't been getting my own notifications, girl. So please do that. And guys, we are on a journey to 20,000 bombshells. If you have not had an opportunity to subscribe, go ahead and do that now, so that, you know, we can grow our amazing, lovely community. But anyway, girls, I feel so grateful and so proud of myself. Again, this is not the life I dreamed for myself. And, you know, I want so much more out of life, but it does feel good to try to, you know, at least not sit by and hide under the covers and let the big bad wolf of life try to get you. You know what I'm saying? So that feels good or whatever. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough. I am going to, turn this app on, girl. I said we was gonna start in a fancy neighborhood, girl. Y'all, should we start in a fancy neighborhood instead of starting over here, girl? Because when you start over in the trenches, you just don't know where it's gonna take you. So yeah, maybe I'll do something different and just turn the app on when we get to the fancy neighborhood. But yeah, girl. Oh, y'all know what else I need to do since it's so early in the morning? Let's do this before I hang up with y'all. Let's go ahead and change our, we're going to change our preferences for right now. Hold on. And we're going to be picking up everybody. Everybody in the club get tipsy. How they used to be doing the chicken head. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I be forgetting like how to, okay, that's not it. So there is a way, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in the city. So there is a way for you to change your preferences settings. No, that's not it. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. Hold on, I think this is it right here. Is that it? Girl, okay, I'm sorry, girl. Let me figure out how to just put this on the preferences where I'll be helping everybody. Let me do that, and then I'll give you guys a call back. All right, girls, I am back. It's been about 3 hours. I've been slanging and banging, baby, hitting them curves, turning corners, what they say, bending corners or whatever. So I had to stop and get us some crispity crunchity celery. So this is our lunch. Hold on, girl. Okay, that's my sister. We gonna call her back. But yeah, girl, so I stopped at Wingstop over here by my sister's house because I had to drop someone off over here or whatever. So when I went in there, I told that man, I was like, can I have a large celery? And I was like, and please do not give me no beat up celery. But I didn't say it like that. I said it like cute, you know, like cute or whatever. You know, because you get like more bees with honey, you know what I'm saying? And so I said it like cute or whatever, but I was serious. Girl, he gonna come out like with this. So look at this one all beat up and like chewed up or whatever. And then he didn't even put that many in there. So I was like, is this a large? He was like, yeah. I was like, can you please put some more in there? So he did or whatever. But this is what I was craving. I've been craving celery. Oh my God. And so I didn't want like no fast food. I don't want no fries. I don't want nothing sweet. I just want some yummy, crispity, crunchy celery. I didn't want like no dressing or nothing, y'all. I just like eating it plain like this. But what I might have to do is just like start cutting up my own vegetables and bringing them with me or whatever. Because I was looking like at different grocery stores and I'm like, why or is there nowhere to find like fresh sliced produce or whatever? So I'm gonna have to start doing that, especially since this is typically like what I would want now. I probably would have gotten some wings, but I don't feel like having all of them chicken wings in my teeth. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do all of that. But yeah, girl, so we've been driving for 3 hours. I'm not making as much today because it's a holiday, it's President's Day or whatever. So I've only made $60, and so we've been driving for 3 hours, but I had to come check in with the girls or whatever. So I'm gonna sit here, enjoy my celery, and then I'm gonna get back on the road, and then I'll give you guys a call back in a few hours just to let you know where we are. All right, girls, I am back and I'm tired. I'm exhausted, girl. I was sitting up here talking about getting a vlog out every day for Adventures with Rock. I am exhausted. So I'm trying to find balance and trying to get everything, just trying to pull together a plan. I'm gonna be honest, my biggest thing is just trying to come up with a thumbnail. Like how are we gonna do that? But anyway, I know you guys are probably wondering what my total was for today. We drove a total of 5 hours and I made $123. So that wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. However, today was a holiday, and so it wasn't as busy. Also, I didn't get out today and start driving until I left the house at 10, and then I did not start driving until 11. I just came up with a strategy. So basically, ChatGPT is like, listen, if you want to make the big bucks, you got to get out from 6 in the morning until 10, and then come home and then go back out from 5 to 8. And so they was like, or 5 to 9 if you want to. That's how you make the money or whatever, super early in the morning. So yeah, we're gonna go and try to do that or whatever this week. I don't know if we're gonna drive tomorrow, girls, because I really need to focus in getting this vlog out to y'all. But yeah, but what I want to say, like, before I hang up with you girls, is like, in these short few days, I've seen so much. I've seen a lot in these short, days. And it's just like, as someone that is introverted and I spend a lot of time just by myself, and I get my outside connection and what's going on in the world from social media. That's what I'm trying to say. However, being that I'm boots on the ground, it's not, it's like, it's not what you think it is. It's not what social media is saying that it is. And what I mean by that is just like, if you sit up and look at social media, you'll think that, girl, it's a bunch of cutting and shooting and stabbing. You'll think it's the Wild Wild West, and it will scare you from going out and experiencing the world. And some things that I started to realize about just physically being boots on the ground is that the wealth gap is closing. It is closing, guys. I have driven quite a few very well-to-do, young Black kids, and for me, young is like 20, 22. Young Black kids that come from very, very well-to-do families. They still work. I guess, their parents are probably like, you got to work or whatever. But anyway, to gated communities. I drove a young girl yesterday, and she lived in a beautiful gated community. And these young kids are coming from wealth, and that's something I'm seeing more and more and more of. Just young Black kids who come from very, very, very well-to-do established families. And so it's like, but if you just sit up and be on social media all day, you're not going to know that. You're just going to think that Black Americans are not thriving. You're not going to see all of these young Black kids out, in medical school and coming from very well-educated families, any of that or whatever. And so I'm not telling you girls to get out and drive Uber, but what I will say to all of my introverted bombshells out there like me, I think sometimes we kind of get, comfortable in doing the things we want to do, and we rely on these sources to tell us what's going on in the world, and we kind of just grasp onto that. But I implore you to get out and see the world and experience it for yourself, because what you're seeing is not what's happening. And then also I would like to add is that there's a lot more kindness in the world as well, in terms of just overall. It's a lot more people that are kind or whatever. And perhaps I get that because I'm just a genuinely kind person. I'm a nice person, and energy begets energy. And so I just wanted to say that. But I can honestly say that the wealth gap is changing. And dare I say, I'm going to be honest, guys, it just really got me to thinking, like, with the current administration, it just makes me think, like, have they also realized that the wealth gap is changing and it's closing, and maybe that's why they feel like DEI is no longer needed? Or is that why over 300,000 African American women lost their jobs last year? Like, does that have anything to do with it or whatever? So yeah, but I am so grateful for the opportunity to drive Uber. You know what I'm saying? I'm so grateful for it. It's definitely helped me stay afloat on some things or whatever. I'm so grateful for it. And it's the days are long, and I have some, even though I drove 5 hours, the days for me are a little bit longer because I'm not good with directions. And even though the app will tell you how to get certain places, there's a lot of parts of Houston that I'm not familiar with, and I'm still learning. And so I will be honest and say that, like, sometimes I get a little tired because it's like so many new neighborhoods, and then it's so many gated communities. But then when you get in the gated communities, it's, turn on this street, and it's just like, oh my God. And so it is a little bit frustrating trying to learn. But despite that, I am still so grateful for, for this or whatever. And then, like, I don't know, like, if people look at my content, or you know, just other people look at my content and be like, oh, you know, that's not glitzy, that's not glamorous, or you know, that's not the quintessential content creator life or influencer life or whatever. Guys, I came into this content creating thing a lot older than a lot of people come in, and so by the time I got into doing this, I was past that age where I wanted to be accepted, and I was also past the age of where I wanted to make my life into a farce, you know, into a lie. Like, I just never desired to be that or do that. I never desired to like impress people or whatever. And so there are a lot of people that's like, oh, I commend you for showing this. And it's just like, well, what else am I going to show? Like, there is no way I would have been able to come on this platform and keep up a facade. You know, first of all, you know, I have bigger fish to fry, and I cannot keep that up. I can't keep up an act. You know what I mean? And so, I know a lot of people probably like, oh, I wouldn't have showed that. I wouldn't have shown that I was driving Uber. I just would have. And I'm like, well, that's you. And that's awesome. But I am a real person. The only difference is I pick up the camera and I talk to the camera. That's literally the only difference. But, you know, I like to be able to swan. And let me tell you what swan is. Sleep well at night. And I will not be able to swan if I had to constantly pick up the camera and keep up this life that is not indicative, and I hope that I'm pronouncing the word correctly, of who I truly am. It's a double-edged sword in this content creating / influencer space. And the reason why I say that is because I am literally documenting my journey and trying to re-navigate and regain a level of stability in my life. And you guys are watching me do that through Uber or whatever it is that I have to do. You know, that's of course above board, right? But if I just came on here and didn't show you guys that and landed a job making over 6 figures and just started living this life, then people would be like, oh, you changed. And it's just like, I think it's important that you document your journey, the ups, downs, you know, good, bad, and indifferent. It is important that you document it, because I think that the audience will be able to, or you guys will be able to, not understand, but you'll be able to receive the growth. People like to see growth. They don't just like for you to pop up on the scene and you stunting on everybody, driving on 2 wheels, eating caviar on top of chicken nuggets. You know what I'm saying? White glove service. Like, they like to see a journey. In this journey, I've been around the world and and we don't know what's next. But, you know, that's all I can say is just keep watching. But again, in closing statements, don't let anyone shame you from telling your story. Don't let anyone shame you for, you know, where you are. And wherever you are, even if you feel behind, you're exactly where you are supposed to be.